Why should I forgive you? Your children have forsaken me and sworn by gods that are not gods. I supplied all their needs, yet they committed adultery and thronged to the houses of prostitutes. They are well-fed, lusty stallions. Each of this declares the Lord. This. Go through her vineyards and ravage them, but do not destroy them completely. Strip off her branches, for these people do not belong to the Lord. The house of Israel and the house of Judah have been utterly unfaithful to me, declares the Lord. Amen. The prophets are but wind, and the word is not in them. So let them say, be done to them.
Okay, so we did go over this, but it's been such a while, I had to try to remember what we had looked at too. So, as we're going through, of course, this is the punishment of that the people face. 1 second. Okay, and what did the sins of the children reveal about the rebellion of the parents? We can obviously see this is a family affair, like so much of the sin we have today. What's the connection we see in that?
If you grow up with that, I'm not saying that you can't get away from it, but if you grow up with that, that's what you're accustomed to, that's what you think is right until you get to know the Lord.
Yeah. And the reality is that we always try to share, especially with youth and kids when we talk to them, because, when you're driving and picking them up and stuff, and they'll say, my parents never did this, my parents all did this, and we always try to say, let it stop with you. Let it stop with you, And the enemy always sits with that accusation to sit back and say, well, why didn't you? And you should have, and all those things, as opposed to sitting back. God doesn't do that. God sits back and says, today is the day of salvation. Moving forward, I am the one who gives back the locusts, the days the locusts have stolen. God's constantly calling